Let me give you a real world example that happened to me, and accordingly, you'll be able to relate the impact of these economic and interest rate scenarios on our personal life, and automatically my question will get answered with that. So, what happened is that I completed CA. Then I worked in Mumbai for 2 years, as I said, with these equity research companies. Then I decided to come back and restart my career in something. So I started teaching, right? I got settled uh, with my career in 1 year. And during that time, I had to take some big financial decisions that everyone takes in that particular age. For example, buying a car of your own, or maybe constructing a or buying a house of your own, right? Maybe for that you have to construct a house, you have to take a bank loan, etc., etc. things. So I was that in that phase of my life where I had to take these decisions, right? Now, how will it? How did this scenario, right? How is this scenario something for which I have to narrate you a story? Is the war between Russia and Ukraine. Sir, what the hell? How is your personal life getting impacted with there was a war in Russia and Ukraine? There is a connection. In the start of 2020, when I remember the war started between Russia and Ukraine, somewhere in the start of 2021, if I'm not wrong, or 2022, right? At that point, when I decided, so since the Russia-Ukraine war got impacted, the prices of the things which India used to import become, in fact, the global countries used to import or export, in fact, primarily import, the prices rose. The prices increased. Sir, why would price increase? A real simple situation, let me tell you. You as an Indian country or you as a US or European citizen, would your demand be affected for any product that comes from Russia? For example, this bottles, for example, come only from Russia. Would Indian people start to consume less of these bottles? Or suppose petroleum, for example, comes from Russia, will Indian people start to use less petroleum because there is a war in Russia and Ukraine? Will you use less of your four wheelers and two wheelers? Will the industries produce more because the war is there? No. The demand continue to remain as it is. But do you agree supply got an immediate effect because now the supply chain got disrupted. The oil that used to come through Russia or from Russia now got stopped for some reasons. People, apply economics, tell me simple thing. When the demand continue to be there and supply immediately gets disrupted, what do you think on the impact? What do you think of the impact on the prices? Let's be really quick, we are already short of time, and I feel like sharing so many stories and things with you. So obviously the prices will rise. So for all the countries across the globe, they had to face a higher price increase. Yes, which is what we ultimately termed as inflation happening in the countries. Do you people agree? Before this concept of globalization, now I have to tell you, now I have to tell you, globalization that we read so casually out there, can you please feel the impact now? If we, all the countries, does not have so much of interdependencies among each other, then there is no problem. If India has to grow at its own resources, we never have that dependency, then whatever happens to Russia, Ukraine, it doesn't matter to us. But now our export, import, capital inflow, outflow has so much dependency that anything happens there has an impact to us, to US, to Europe, and everywhere. Are you understanding? For example, this tariff that happened, the US India deal, right? Anything, since we are no so interdependent, I think you guys are not at the latest point. Shruti, make sure that you've come to the latest point where the lecture is going on. Okay, so now there is so much of interdependency due to globalization that the things happening in their country affects us. So fine, interest rate increases and the inflation increased happened. What would RBI do to cure this inflation? The next step. So I've explained to you the demand supply thing. I've explained to you the effect of globalization. Now what would RBI do? Monetary policy. It will increase the interest rates in the economy to cure the inflation. Are you able to recollect it? It will increase the inflation rate, interest rates. Yes, because people, RBI wants people not to consume. We were continuing to consume, right? The demand was there related to the initial story. Now RBI wants us not to consume. How would we not consume if we get a better opportunity to invest? Because your income is limited. Both of us, for example, continue to earn 10. Previously, I was spending 80, saving 20. But if I get a chance that, oh, now if I invest, I will get 2% interest more. So now it may happen that I may decide to invest 40 and consume, eat up, or consume in the consume means, I hope you understand, I cannot be go to that level of basics in economics. Consume means end up spending money. I will end up spending money only to the extent of rupee 60, and when all of us collectively do it, the demand falls. Are you understanding? Again, economics, with that mindset, the institute sorry, RBI increase the rate of interest. Fine, sir, this was all economics. But what impact did it have to my personal life? Now, let me tell you. Suppose I decide to buy a car, right? Now you'll be it's very interesting to know finance this way. The cars, which was previously costing some 8 lakhs, due to the effect of COVID, due to the effect of Russia-Ukraine war, where the supply chains globally got disrupted, the things that were easily flowing from China to India, from Europe, from Russia to India, these things got disrupted, and due to reduction in the supply, the prices increased. The same car which I was able to buy for 8 lakhs, for example, now I had to pay 9.5 lakhs for that car. Can you please feel the first financial burden on my pocket of 1.5 lakhs? Second financial burden. Suppose I had a portfolio of shares. So I thought I had a portfolio of 4 lakh rupees with me. I will end up selling those shares, right, in the market, and use that amount to buy the car. Second implication you have to feel, when the RBI increases the rates of return, rates of interest, which means in general the rates of return, rates of interest in the market will increase. I am a bond holder. I will feel like if RBI give you 8%, I am a bond holder. What do I feel? Earlier RBI was giving 6, so we needed 7 from you. Now RBI itself give you 8, which means, do you agree? Which means I also need accordingly more return from you, because for if there is a lesser risk to invest in RBI, if RBI gives me a particular return, right, then your return, because you have a higher risk, should be at least some percentage more than RBI. So when, let me give you a real world example for that. Give me a second. Okay, sir, let me give you the example. Let me show you the actual repo rates. RBI repo rate chart. Images. Where is the RBI repo rate chart? Let me show that to you. One second. Can you see the screen? Yes. So now can you see, on 8th December 2021, the repo rate was 4%. On 10th Feb 2022, the repo rate was again 4%. The repo rate continued to be 4%, which is good enough. But please observe what happened a rate within a year from 10th Feb 22 to 8th Feb 23. Could you feel within a year it has become 4 to 5, then to 6, and then to 6.5%? Boss, do you people feel when something from 4 increases to 6.5, it is 2.5% increase in the rate, which is how much? 2.5 divided by 4, give me 62.5% hike in the interest rate, in the interest cost, as compared to what it was previously within a year. Yes or no? So now you are a bondholder in the market. You'll be like, if RBI was previously giving 4, since a particular bond in the market or a particular share in the market has had, for example, a bond has 6% return, right? So if RBI gives 6.5, now you would want 8.5 from that bond. Additionally, you would require something over and above what RBI offers. Do you agree to what I'm saying? So due to this action by the RBI of increasing the repo rate, the rates of interest prevailing in general in the economy increased. And can anyone in the class tell me, due to increase in the yield in the market, what will be the impact on the bond and equity market? Sir, inverse relationship that has been taught to you yesterday, do you people connect that due to the increase in the bond price, the share price, sorry, due to increase in the yield, the bond price in the economy started to fall. The bond prices fell down. In fact, imagine the impact on the market. The markets will crash. Why? You'll be like, if investment in the bond gives you this return, which has lesser risk as compared to equity, so investing in equity should give you a further higher return. Tell me, if the cost of equity or the required rate of return on the equity increases, what is the impact on the share price? Imagine common sense, when the discounting rate increases, the present value falls. Imagine formula d1 divided by k minus g. If k increases in the denominator, overall answer increases, so equity market crashed. Let me tell you the impact, financial implication on my life. The portfolio which I saved, for example, for 5 lakh rupees, thought of buying the car, is now worth, for example, say 4 lakh rupees. Can you feel an immediate impact of 1 lakh more of savings not realizing ultimately as much value as it should because of what happened between Russia and Ukraine? Guys, could you connect to the second financial implication on my pocket? So to buy that 9.5 lakh rupee car, rather than 8, I'll have to pay you now 9.5. Earlier, I was selling a portfolio worth rupees 5 lakhs, but now I'd be able to sell it only for 4 lakhs, which means that my amount of borrowing will be more now. Out of 9.5, if I use my savings of 4 lakhs, the amount of borrowing will be 5.5 lakhs. Can you guys, at your own, imagine the third implication without me teaching it to you now? I'll go to the bank to take a loan. What is the implication? Boss, are you all able to connect? The banks were previously giving me loan at a lower rate because repo rate, in simple terms, you can understand repo rate is the rate at which banks can get loan from the RBI. Previously, banks were getting loan from the RBI at 4, so they were ready to give me, for example, at 7. Now banks get a loan from RBI at 6.5, they will give me at 9.5, right? The interest cost additionally I will have to pay. And that was the third implication on my pocket for what happened in China or Russia. Could you please connect? As of now, you are a student, you never have to deal with money. But once you start to earn, you cannot avoid dealing with money. And if you understand economics and finance and the common sense behind everything really well, you become capable of understanding the things, money things better, and you become capable of managing them in a better way. Did that story make sense, that how are the concepts of finance and economy are related to each other and the fact that they can affect your life? I'll give you a simple example. Any decent home that you construct, right, will require to take at least 30 lakh rupee of loan. I'm not talking about metros, I'm talking about tier 2 cities. If you go to metros, you will end up taking the bank loan of 60 to 70 lakhs to buy an apartment. Yes, I'm easily saying, let's suppose you take a loan of just 50 lakh rupees. Please have your calculators ready. 50 lakhs multiplied by, suppose due to the increase in interest, the banks will also increase the rate of interest, the amount of loan. Suppose previously the interest on home loan, I'm giving you the second instance of my life. After buying a car, I have thought of buying a house. Suppose I take a loan of 50 lakh rupees multiplied by, previously I had to, for example, pay 7% interest, so it was 3 lakh 50,000. On same 50 lakhs, now it is 9.5%, it is 4 lakh 75,000. So 475 minus 350 give me 1 lakh 25,000 of additional interest. Boss, don't think it as AFM sum. Do you know, as a fresher, how much salary do you get as the join when you're a CA? How much salary? So I want to make you people feel the impact of 1,25,000, because the numbers and the practical question that we solve are really big. We don't even realize the impact of 1,25,000 is the additional interest I have to pay. Imagine a fresher joins at a salary of 8 lakh rupees, right? Whatever expense you had to pay continue to happen. Ignore inflation in your personal life, ignore that. Over and above everything that happens, 1,25,000 additionally only in the interest that you have to pay, over and above the interest you were anyways paying, right? For example, so 1,25,000 or 8 lakhs is around 15% of your salary has now gone. Boss, the saving ultimately turns out to be 20-30% initially, right? 15% of your amount has gone. The part of savings have gone in the additional interest because of the inflation and everything that is happening. Could you please connect to what's happening, everyone in the class? Come on. Yes. Did you people ever think? Did you people ever think how can these things affect our life so personally? All that which happened has now become public when I tell you, but it was personal to me. I knew these things can happen, but only when they happened, I could feel it. That how does it feel when it happens? Yes, but I was sure that the way India is doing, ultimately repos will have to fall down. Right, as the situation across the globe eased out, the inflation and everything, the RBI started to reduce the repo, and I'm not sure from 6.25, I think it has become 5.75. I'm not sure about the latest repo number, I'm not able to recollect, but for a very long time it continued to remain 6.5. So when you take a home loan, it is not for 2 or 5 years, it is for a period of say 30 years, 25 years, 20 years. So I knew that it is a matter of just 2 to 3 years, post which things will have to settle down and the loan will ease out. But yeah, it had an implication on my life to the extent of at least 5 to 6 lakh over a period of 3 to 4 years. Yes, boss. Did you find the story interesting? Quick, yes, no, everyone.